one of the largest challenges faces when thinking about changing careers is really one's own fear. It's fear that you're going into something unknown, fear that it might fail, fear that then it'll be too late to go back to whatever career you're already in. And that's usually, I think, what stops most people, certainly stopped me for a while, until I kind of got my head around one way of thinking. And that was really to say, well, if I change today, in 10 years' time, I would have done this for 10 years. And it's amazing what you can do in 10 years. But if I wait another 10 years, it's going to be my first day then. So that kind of propelled me with a few other things and plans, and kind of having really prepared myself to a certain degree. That said, I don't think we're ever really prepared to make a complete change from careers, to the fact that you leave a job or leave a career to do something that's so different that it's very hard to then go back. So you have nothing to fall back on, which also I think is probably one of the most amazing things that can happen to you. But I think when you sometimes have the opportunity to fall back, you don't dare, or you don't propel yourself as much. So for me, that was the biggest challenge, but also the biggest reward. Because as I changed, it was a complete break. It was like, you burnt the bridge to your previous career, now you're gonna have to make this work. And that, I think, brings out your creativity and your drive. And I think to think about, though, it's a day at a time, and your first few days, your first few months, your first year, tough days. There are certainly times you think this is never going to work, and then you get, in my case, your first project, your second. You learn, you're constantly learning, and a few years in, suddenly there you are, and things are seeming to work. That doesn't mean that you don't have your tough days or your challenges. But it's amazing to now think, and personal to me, it's no longer a change of career. This is now my career. I've been doing it long enough, and this is what I do. And so I think if I could give, just some thoughts about daring to do it, certainly dare to. I read the other day, posted on my Instagram, a little quote that I saw. It said, "Follow your dreams, they know the way." And I think that's a pretty good way of looking at it. And the truth is, in 10 years' time, if I've done it for 10 years, that will be a new career.